lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high-quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Cunupia.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening and welcome to Breaking Barriers on IBN Channel 8. What's happening is that I have tried to make this program as fast as possible because what happens is that tonight I know we have a CPL match and I know competition with a CPL match is not an easy thing. So what happens is that tonight I'm hoping to wrap up by 9 p.m. to get moving. So therefore I could watch whatever remnants. I don't know who's playing tonight. I don't think TKR is playing tonight. But whoever is playing, I know many of you would want to see the end result of that. So quite frankly, it is something that I myself would like to see. Of course, let me just welcome in studio here. We have the man himself, Superfly Patos. We have Moody Pendiline and Roberto from Sawa. And of course, we have coming up and bringing up the rear here, we have Uncle Atelolin, not a Pendiline Caliph. Right, so it's a pleasure being in your company this evening. The weather that we are getting these days, incredulous, if I may say so. You know, when I got up this morning and I saw that wonderful sunrise, I said to myself, I say, today is going to be a beautiful day. And then rain fell and it continued to be a beautiful day because no matter what, it is a beautiful day, except for those people who probably got flood today. And you know what is interesting in this country? The more they spend money, the more we get flooded. So it is almost as if we are fixing the drains to flood. And and today as well, I met the guys who normally do the cleaning around the Baraka Grounds area. And I told them, I say, fellas, anytime I get a chance, please make arrangements to clean that drain. And the fella said, yes, they have started. And you know, we were talking about the donkey who built that drain. And I brought that to the attention of Pure because the fact is that the water does not flow. Danny's Enterprises was the people who actually constructed that drain. I believe it was through a subcontractor. I don't know. But the fact is that the water does not flow. And we have water lilies. We have all kind of things that's being inside it. In fact, you could throw about 50 dead bodies and they will properly well be covered with grass there in a drain. Now, if water is flowing in a drain, you're guaranteed there's not going to be any growth. Correct me, Mr. Agriculture Man. Is that correct, right? If there is flowing water. But if the water is standstill, if the water ain't going nowhere, the little dirt that falls in the water will promote growth. Is that correct, Mr. Agriculture Man? Right? It's like some of them men who lie down on their hammock and don't go out there and walk. After a while, their body will start to get growth. For example, moss and start to grow on them. You understand? And it have some real fellas like that outside there who don't mind their children. And them is the kind of fellas who like that. But anyway, that is for our next story. Let me just welcome our good friends at Tile Expression. And let me just say hello to the team at Tile Expression for providing you with the best quality at the lowest possible prices. All right, guys, let's go. Tonight is going to be a very short night for me. Not because I am short. Hey, look my boy London, boy. Hey, London, happy birthday to you. This is Nazim's grandchild. You notice like every week. Right? I don't know how much grandchildren that boy have, right? But one is that, if it's one thing I could boast, these children have a real good grandfather and a grandmother, right? And this young man here, he used to run for me, but now he just run towards me. The other day, happy birthday from all of us to you, London, right? All the best to you, right? My brother Nazim came to, the other day he said he wanted a few pieces, you know, the material that we use for the cupboard, the PVC board. So when he come, he say he want to build a little house to put his cars and things in. I know the brother that I have. My brother, he have intellectual strength up here. But you see, when it comes to common sense, he real dotish. Right? That's my brother, that's Nazim. Right? So is that, you can imagine what Zalina must say now. Right? So the fact is that I know I cannot leave him to build that. So therefore, I ended up building a nice little 3-story house where cars and could park with a little bridge and all that was done within the space of half an hour. And of course, I put gable roof on it, breads, if you see that. And I joined the roof with guttering and you know, my moody. Not guttering. What do you call that thing in the middle? Standing seam? Standing seam. I put standing seam on a PVC house, boy. I used thin PVC and I bend it and I fold it. That is one thing. I was always good at using my hands. And this is why I try not to do much home, because when you are home and you have a wife like my wife, anytime you could show she could do something, you're dead. That is not, wait, that is correct. You go get me in trouble tonight. Behave yourself. Anyway, your boys and them pastor, we sort of patos this morning now. Yeah. Right, good. All right, so let's get rocking and rolling. Let's move on. And of course, hey, all you know what is this? All you know what is this? This is Bakewell from Guyana. I get Bakewell bread 2-3 days ago, boy. Come back to me. And I'd like to thank my daughter-in-law, Halima, right? My lovely daughter-in-law, Halima, for bringing Bakewell bread. Patos, I ain't joking. This bread from Guyana, different from Kiss breads. No, the bread itself, Moody, when you cut it, you're not seeing no hole. Kiss bread, like the road we have, it have manhole in Kiss bread. Not only that, when you lift the bread have weight. Solid. It's solid. Not like Kiss bread, it's like they're using a compressor to make Kiss bread, right? And I tell myself, I say, somebody, better talk to somebody to get Bakewell in Trinidad and Tobago. If I wasn't doing that hospital project, and by the way, just to let all you know, we took about a month and a half to 2 months off from work there simply because of the bad weather. We are starting back, God willing, next week, and blocks will be starting next week with the hospital. All right, because really and truly, some of those contractors were asking for some ridiculous prices to lay blocks. So we found a more appropriate chicken who could lay blocks better. So we decided to go with that, right? So we're hiring private individuals, and they're doing day work to get the blocks done, and of course, headed by the master himself, Daniel and company. All right, so let's, as I was saying before, and I'm going to lose my train of thought. Anyway, let's go with the slides. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, let me show that now. Right.
There's a common thing.
You know, pause this Friday. Anybody could tell me, pause. Anybody could tell me what that area is? Where that area is? Patos is not supposed to know that area. What's that man on the right and what's that one going? What's the one on the other side? And that one with the white car supposed to be going where that Corolla is? On the left? Why is he passing on the right of him? Because that lane occupied. You know where that is, Patos? Coming off the highway and going on to Monroe Road. You know, people are staying the extreme right. So what we're going to do is the Yayan that park up there now, I want to get his number. Guys, let me run it. And here happening, every day, people has break that red light. Every single day, right? So to show my partner how stupid he park, I just want to expose the number, right? Finally get the green light, And they're going. Pause. What is the number, guys? PCM 1203. Is that correct or PCN? It look like M-O-N? N. N? Right, that's so good. We almost get it clean there. PCA. It looking like N or M? In the studio there. M. Right, PCM 1203. The person who driving PCM 1203, you park up like a Yayan by Mon Road. Your car looking pretty with rims. Next time make more sense. Let's go again, guys. Right, I'm showing these stupid people who park notice today. Right, this is our police. We were coming up the highway, and every opportunity this policeman get to take the shoulder, and by the way, nobody here mentioned how much money they getting for renting vehicles. Police leasing private vehicles, and it's millions upon millions of dollars. And nobody here talking how much they had to pay back every month. But anyway, that same officer taking his shoulder, and that B14 there was following him. So imagine that, and the officer finally stopped to say, well, what are you doing? And he allowed him to pass. So the officer give him a ticket or nothing, you know. The officer say, well, I know what he say. But one is that the man went his merry way. And I am sure many of you would see the amount of officers that be on the shoulders going down the road with blue lights. Right? They say shoulder made to cry on. In Trinidad, shoulder made for police to drive illegally on. Because according to Griffith, right, they're not supposed to be using the shoulder. Let's go again, guys. Now, watch where this Yayan park. Zoom into that number plate for me. And this is, you know, and Bobby's put cones on the left-hand side. So people who this stupid would not park on the sidewalk. Right? I mean, where these fellas just get a license from? Cornflakes box, right? I mean, you know, the man seeing that they put cone there and the cone should serve a purpose. But you with your stupid self go on and park on top of the shoulder. Now here they say, I want to show you the results when you park stupid, what does happen. Could we show, please? Right, when you park stupid, you just end up getting traffic, right? And that is exactly what took place. Right? This here, my boy, when we look, the truck had, zoom into that number plate. I want a number plate big. Right? Who is the company? It ain't mark who company it is. But this is probably their colors, the green and the blue. TDD 7152. The driver left and parked up like an idiot in bamboo number 2. You know, we should start doing our, you know, they say bamboo, there's a car thief and all kind of thing. You know, we should really try to prove that one these days. When they park up, go with the cab, the windscreen, the 4 tires, the seat, the load, whatever they have on it. And stupidity ain't care how we park it. Now, what's the traffic he caused? Watch. All the way down bamboo. Nearly a mile of traffic in bamboo because of Mr. Stupidity. But anyway, let's go again. I showed this drain about 10 times on this program, asking for the corporation man to tell us if he or the corporation built this for a private resident in bamboo. And the man himself, Kwesi Robinson, refused to answer. He has not answered that question, leaving me with only one thought, that the corporation did build it on a private property costing $200,000. But you know what is interesting? The corporation don't have money to fix the pothole in bamboo. We have to do it ourselves now. And don't talk about the representative. This is Bamboo Road. All are coming in, all know it, right? So I would like to thank the contractor who dropped off, right, nearly a full 18 yards of material for we to use. And by the way, I ain't gonna say who the contractor is, because all you're so stink and dirty in this government, all you're so nasty, all you will target the contractor. So I'm not going to tell the contractor thank you on here. That reminded me under Kamala in them days, when it had a nasty Muslim-hating member of parliament and a minister of works. The same man who didn't want Muslim to get land in Chaguanas. That same man, we had an advertiser here, advertising blocks, a contractor. And that man called the contractor and tell the contractor, remove your ads, otherwise you will get no work. And that contractor called me. He said, Ishmael, it have any way we could support all you, but not on air, boy, because they tell me that we have to remove the ads. Imagine that, and that is how nasty, stink, and dirty, not only under this government, under the former regime too, they were nasty, stink, and dirty as well. That is not only a fact. That is reflective of some of the members of parliament that you had, right? So let me just thank Neil Shaw's Auto Parts, and remember Neil Shaw's Auto Parts for all your European car parts, right? Audi, Mercedes, BMW, Jaguar, Volvo, and what I'm going to tell all you might be able to get SsangYong parts too, because I see Lifestyle Motors, besides having Porsche, or besides having Suzuki and Chevrolet, they have a next brand now. While we frothing at the mouth and can't get 5,000 from Republic Bank in Valpark, other people getting millions of dollars to bring in vehicles. But that's what I tell you, we live in a country that is stink, nasty, and dirty, and we like it so. All the businessmen who catching in, they have no problem. They can just quarrel like me, and what you go do? You go suck salt. Or buy money black market. You don't have a choice. How you surviving? Tanti come down, she have $1,000. You have to buy it from she. And when you go to the bank, you need to provide an invoice for that $1,000. Imagine that. Imagine that. Your family come down from abroad. They had $2,000 in their pocket. Look in, Sean, I want to get rid of this US. I'm going to sell it for $7, right? I say, no problem, I'll go buy it. I go into the bank. I get $1,000 or $2,000 from my nana, my nanny, from my uncle, whatever. Where the invoice? Where me what invoice? I get it from my family. Where's the letter? Where's the proof of where they earn that money from? Where is their letter of employment showing that they get this? And here what's happening. It ain't no joke shipping a sinner. It ain't no joke noticing sinner. And we have to tolerate that notices. But like I said, men getting millions of dollars in the black market, depositing millions of dollars through this black market money, and people like FCB and others ain't asking no questions. No questions. And I call him back name tonight. Because here what happening. I sent a request to the boss lady herself, and up to now, still frothing. Questions cannot be answered. Anyway, let's go again. Let me thank Neil Shaw's. Let's move on, guys. Right, of course, let me just welcome Gate Automation Company Limited. This company has been around for over a decade, and of course, they represent Runner, Tow, and many other top brands, and you can get sliding gates, swing gates, and of course, they have the security gates as well, and you can contact them for residential garage doors. They build as well, so you can give them a call, 290-2311 or 673-3116. All right, so yeah, let's go with that. Imagine. Right? Just imagine, right? Imagine. This is Uncle Moody Vanny. Now, to show you how we operating, I want you to watch the kind of arrow board. And that arrow board is $18,000 for that arrow board. That is a digital. How you can let the old man get a boy working out? A man throw out a old man. Hey, Caliph, stay there, boy. Right. Imagine. Now, Moody, that arrow board we're using is $18,000. I pay for that, eh? And I bought that to do work like this because that is who I am. Now, I would like to thank Moody for coming out and assisting me. Now, this area here, there have been numerous accidents because the arrows were not there. And people will go straight, especially night, and plow through the median. A woman and had a young 2-year-old baby almost died when a car flipped. A truck with gravel flipped over and go over the other side of the median. A man with a fielder completely flipped over and nearly killed the man as well. And I remember there was whatever vehicle fella from UE who we had helped with the Rekafi and all that. You could remember what kind of car? A Cifero or something? Something like that. Yeah, I think it was a Cifero. And what was that? We have seen literally about a dozen or so vehicles, and I have highlighted all of them. Not once did the stinking Ministry of Work show up. Not once. By the way, I threw down some crush and run today, and I see Ministry of Work's vehicle passing in bamboo. Anyway, not once did I see them show up. Well, here they are, this man. I want a little put that video, let's just play on big screen, right? This video here, Moody and I decided to go Sunday morning when we could have been spending time with our wife.
Do you know which country?
Right. Oh, look at them. Somebody like they kind of sleeping away a little bit there now. This is not Baraka Masjid, fellas. Time to wake up. Right, here we go. Good. So here what happening now. This arrow board we installed because first thing is safety. So we decided to go with safety. We painted this sign with reflective road paint. We paid about nearly $300 a gallon. And by the way, that paint could only paint 2 arrows. It's so thick. And Moody, we painted over about 3 times, correct? Yeah. So we paint that real thick, brother, man. So here the hardest now. I posted up that we painted this arrow. Well, lo and behold, right? Come back to me. Lo and behold, yesterday morning now, I relaxing, breezing. I got a call from my partner, Insaf, right? Insaf he say, what you doing, boy? He say, you know, it have a ministry, a workshop pack up right while I paint that arrow yesterday. I said, nah, you serious? I said, what are they doing? He said, well, it looked like when he passed, they was painting the arrow. I said, but we painted the arrow already. He said, anyway, check it out. Well, you know me, I had to brush my teeth, comb my hair, fix my face, and jump in my vehicle. When I was coming out of Bamboo now the truck was up the road on the right side, but I couldn't turn right because that's the highway. And I saw the truck there. I saw the truck in the middle of the highway, and they were doing something. I decided to swing left. Well, you know, yesterday, when was it? Was yesterday morning? Yeah, I think so. Yesterday morning now, all you know, everything back to normal with school. So it's traffic in my tail. So it take me 10, 15 minutes to go back up to Crib Roundabout and come back down. When I come back down, the truck leave. So I pull up on the side of the sign that we painted on the road. When I do so now, I see tire mark on the thing because it was wet when they left. So I want to know, what is the reason the Ministry of Works painted over an arrow that we painted? And why the hell, and by the way, there was no arrow there. No. So which means, you know that, there was no arrow there, which means that the ministry came and approved our arrow. Because they painted over the one that we painted. Look at there. Watch where we put on the blue mark. Zoom into where that blue mark is. Tell me if all you're seeing any arrow that was there. None. None. No arrow was there. We put the arrow there. And the ministry came now to take credit. And here what's happening. This is the arrow after we finish. Now notice how nice and neat and sexy. And look at it. In fact, if I may say so myself, that is the best looking arrow. Right? That arrow could cause you to point in the right direction to get married. Right? And of course married with the proper gender, of course, too. Right? So this was how we left it. When the ministry did it now, this is how it looked. The ministry gone and put wet paint and everybody pass over it. So in about 2 weeks' time, half that sign will go missing. This is the stupidity. This is the idiot. You know, I don't even want to use words that come into mind right now because the words that I have in my mind, it's harsh, it's disgusting. But we live in a real stink country, you know, boy. We live in a country where you have people who react. And I said it before and I'll say it again. I want to see who come in after we do some patching. Now, hear what? About 2 months ago, I decided that I will organize to do some work in Bamboo with the road because I reside here. This is the place that I belong. Rohan don't live down here because this area is for Bebe and Yaya and things. So that is why I live here. And I've always said that Bamboo have good people and it have stupid people. The good people will support what we're doing. The stupid people will have a problem and will call and report we. Right? So what we plan on doing is that we have contacted one company and they've given us a cost of 20,000 plus for a load of hot mix. Right? We are trying to see how we could get the tar, or as they call it, the oil, yes. Right? The oil. And we have gotten, I think, a backhoe donated and a steamroller donated as well. So we are going to fix the road. Now, the load of material that you all saw dropped, could we show that picture again? This is the load of material that we drop off in Bamboo. And that is crush and run. Quality stuff from a top-of-the-line company, right? We are going to use this to go through Bamboo and fix the road together with the oil lining. We just need to heat up the oil lining a little bit. and we are going to repair the road properly. But I want to send a message to Rohan Sinanan. Don't come in Bamboo. Don't come in Bamboo, right? We do not want to see you in Bamboo. Khadija Amin, you are a failure. You were a failure as a representative under the, as a councillor. I am saying it, and I keep telling Bamboo people, all you vote for she, and look what we have to do. But yet it is all you go back and vote for the same dotish people again, right? Hear what happening now. Let it end now. End this stupidness now. Come now, man. All that brain cells, put it to work now, man. If we have to do the work, if we have to take our money, why the hell we put them at the same people for? You can't be that stupid, right? So don't talk about the councillor in the councillor for the area. The councillor for the area might as well resign because she serves absolutely no purpose. Absolute failure. Abject failure. And I say that without apology because it has been literally months we have been trying. I tell it, have a man operating a garage. The only thing he do is bust the riverbank and run a pipe to run the oil through it. She does nothing in her area. People in the area could tell you that. Nothing. Right? So if she does nothing in her area, it have one pothole in I think they call it Northern Avenue. Boy, let me tell you something. That could dent steamroller rim. That is to tell you how bad that is. But yet it is not a problem. Now, let's welcome Automax. Muriatic acid. You see this thing? This thing dread. This thing could kill you. You could dead. You need to use the proper equipment because these people, muriatic acid, dread. You see when them fellas put on tile? You take that and you use that on top and that cleaning out everything. And you know it have some tile men these days. They don't bathe so much less the work where they do how they leave it, right? Use it with caution. But if you want the best muriatic acid, check out Automax. And of course, if you're looking for a work, if you're looking for a job, Ali's Motor Spares looking for sales reps for the full line of products that they have, the Automax products. Give them a call, 658-4984, 658-4984. Give them a call and tell them you're interested, you want to come down for an interview. And remember, this is quality products, so it ain't going to be hard for you to sell this, and you're going to make some good money. All right, so let's go again, guys. Look at the condition of my country now, boy. Zoom into that grass. This is my country. This is the condition that we foreigners come in and people come in and seeing what our country look like. Stink, nasty, dirty. We don't have no government. We don't have no minister. Everything falling apart. This is Trinidad and Tobago. Go again. Look at this. You'd swear to God that Tarzan living off the highway. A vehicle run off the road, you don't even know. The vehicle lost in the bush. Next thing you know, 6 months after they cut in the grass, and they find somebody. Well, they can't recognize them because the person is only bones. The vehicle probably, half the parts probably gone. Because you know it have criminals these days. Could find anything in the bush except police. Let's go again, guys. Right. I would like to congratulate the Minister of Works again, Rohan Sinanan, for celebrating Christmas early. All you could tell me what is the purpose for putting up this distracting dotishness on the Crab interchange. I pass in on the Crab interchange and I see this. And some piper going to use this under the bicycle next week. Some piper. Some piper going to thief this or you're going to see this under B14 or B15. And this is what we have money to spend on. This is what I tell you. Stupid people again, you know. Stupid people. Let's go again, guys. Running through everything tonight. This is an accident that took place involving a young man. Now, what happened is that his father, yes, no, let me just, all right, here we go. Right, Deodat Paul of Reform, on the 15th of the 7th, 2017, his son Nicholas Paul died in a motorbike accident. Right, his granddaughter was critical in ICU San Fernando. To date, the case only calling and putting off the driver of the car that killed his son, changed his name and allegedly went to Denmark. When he came back, the police hold him and he get $20,000 bail. $20,000 bail. $20,000 bail, you know, people. But here what's happening. Let me go with the pictures. This is the vehicle that killed his son. Let's go again. This is the motorbike that was involved in the accident. And let's go again. And this is his son. This is his son. 2017, 5 years ago. And this man has not gotten justice as yet. And every time the matter call, is something, and it have nothing to do with the judge, right? So the family is asking for justice, for some semblance of sanity to prevail, so that they could at least have a comfortable night's sleep at least once. But this is Trinidad and Tobago. You hear what's happening? What took place with the bandits that robbed the imam in Bamboo? How we call the police? And 5 hours after, they never showed up. But they showed up exactly after they left. That is timing. All you know why that is timing, right? Because somebody get paid to facilitate the departure of those men. And I say it without apology. Let's go again. Now, as I said before, Trinidad and Tobago, and you can put it side by side shot, guys, right? This is Diego Martin. This is, you know, where Cocorita and this thing coming on. Look at this, man. In fact, that tape off our phone. So you better put that full screen so people can get an idea. Areas that never had problem with flooding. What you can have flooding. And by the way, what you color the water. Let me tell you something. It's all the work going on in the mountain by minister friend and family that causing this dotishness, you know, where they're taking down all the trees that used to hold back the water from coming down. Right? This is Diego Martin. And there is somebody pool, by the way. You see the pool chair there? I want you Diego Martin River right there. So they don't have no problem filling up the pool at all. But don't worry. Ain't only vote calm. Ain't only vote Rowley. What I got to tell you? Right? And watch what's going on up the road here. This is what I tell you. Millions and billions and billions of dollars. And by the way, most of those contractors who are doing drain work are conmen, crooks, and smart men who thief money left, right, and center under Kamala, and they come back again to thief money. But what I got to tell all you? We allowing it. We allowing it. You don't see Cosal. How many of you have seen a Cosal truck doing work anywhere? One of the most reputable companies in the Caribbean, in Latin America, I'll go so far. How many of you have seen Cosal trucks paving recently? How many of you have seen Cosal truck excavators dredging drains and rivers? How many of you have seen Cosal building bridges? The same man that built road that last decades, no, we are giving the work to, you know who? Fellas who put in 2 inches of asphalt. But I'm telling you, you see all them contractors and all them ministers who involved in the crookery, there will come a time when all they go rotten like dog. Because let me tell you something, there will come a time when death shall meet all you and it shall meet me. Because everybody have their number. Everybody have their time to go. And let me tell you something. I believe in our God. And I'm telling all you, I hope all you suffer. I hope all you suffer and all you rotten like dog. Because let me tell you something. When all you thief money, when all you take money and give it to contractors, imagine some of these contractors have hardwares. Some of these contractors in every ministry, they are getting money. Every ministry. And the contractors getting money through their hardwares as well. And how they getting it? Self-help. 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 When you get checks from self-help, you have to go to these hardwares, and these hardwares getting their money easy. While you suffering, and you're talking about what? You can't buy school bag. And there is another thing, eh? We bring up issues on this program, and we deal with serious things. The other day, I asked people to don't buy Kiss bread. Stay away from Kiss bread. And you know what is interesting? I could go and buy Kiss bread. I could buy Kiss bread and put down for the next 100 years. Because I worked damn hard to reach where I am today. You know who we just be fighting for? We don't be fighting for ourselves, you know. We just be fighting for all you who cannot afford, but all you will still go and buy the bread, and it's all you we fighting for. So who's stupid, me or all you? I had to be stupid? Because if I am publicizing something and fighting for you to get something cheaper, but you so dotish, you continue to buy it, and you is the one we fighting for, then I had to be dotish just like you too. Because I continue to fight for something which you are not supportive of. And this is the problem in Trinidad. The same people, you're going to hear them on the radio. Oh God, case bread gone up again. Oh God, the flour, this and that. And then tomorrow, gone in the supermarket, I'm going to take 3 and 4. Because all you're dotish. Plain and simple. Just plain dotish and just good to talk. And that is all. Can't stand up for nothing. Absolutely nothing. That is why we are where we are. Let's go again, guys. Let me just welcome Mitsui Air Limited. And of course, I met one of the staff here today from Mitsui Air. And remember, for those of you who are looking for an air-conditioned unit that will last, and we are talking about something 6 months and 1 year, and it ain't gonna rust like some of them Chinese Daikin that it have in the country right now. I see some Chinese Daikin, brother man. It rotting real fast, Not only that, like I tell people, stay away, and I am giving from my own personal use, stay away from green energy. Waste of time, right? And I will even mention some other brands. But the reason you go with a brand like Mitsui, which other company gives you a 10-year warranty, boy? Sometimes you get married and you don't even get a 10-year warranty, the woman leave you after 10 days. Or it might be vice versa. So the fact is that with this, you're getting a warranty on parts and labor. Up to 10 years. Up to the 9th year and the 365th day, up to 12 midnight. You're getting warranty. And this is a company. The gentleman who runs this company is a no-nonsense man. When you talk about, besides being brilliant in the field of business, he's a no-nonsense man when it comes to his principles. I know him and I know his family. So I could tell you that when he says he stands by something, believe me, he stands by something. All right, let's go again, guys. You know what this is about? Holder, right? This is they had a little meeting. And in the audio, Holder is allegedly heard saying, and I observe the PNM members of council, when they don't have their way, they decide to get on like some idiots in here, Mr. Chairman. I hear the CEO say today about all your behavior when the PNM members of the council conducting themselves in a disgraceful, distasteful, and old NIG gutter rat type of way. And this woman saying that, and what ethnicity is she? Right? If she could sit down, this is the type of behavior, she should not be an alderman again. And then she repeated it, because this was from a Guardian article, and she repeated it in an interview with the Guardian. So here what happening at Dread. You step down and go and spend time with the grandchildren and anything else, because really and truly, we're going to leave that right here. Let's go again, guys. Right. And I'll put you upside down for spite. I did not, I hear what happening, because this is the upside down commissioner. Right? And I'm going to tell you why. This project, the TTPS have a project called Grace now. The project is designed to counter and reverse the events that are claiming these communities. He added, it's the young men and sometimes women from these communities that are arrested and charged. It's young men and young women from these communities that are killed. The project largely focuses on deterrent intervention, behavioral change, and human development. The findings from this pilot project will be used to train and change the way police handle gangs and their members. So in other words, you got to hold their hand and hug them up and kiss them now. It's important to note, gang-related murders are most difficult to solve in most countries. Notice how there's always been in other countries. But they don't tell you about the countries whose figures are low. And TNT is no exception. The lack of willingness of witnesses to assist the police. Let me tell you something. People had to be donkey to assist the police because half the police is bandit, crook, drug runners, gun runners, facilitators of prostitution, human trafficking. So what the hell you talking about, Jacob? Who the hell going to help the police? I helped the police the other day when the Venice and them was packing up the van. We get information, if I'm packing, when we passed up the police ask me if I tell them how to do the job. Well, boy, let me tell you something. All your jokes stupid, you know. We give all the information 2 o'clock and all show up 7 o'clock. So what the hell am I to think? Am I not to think that all in partnership with the criminals? Imagine that. A man get robbed, family get his son get beaten, gun butt to his head, all kind of thing, cutlass to the back of his head. And we give all the information, and like I said, I blasted done, so they ain't do nothing. That is why it have people taking it in their own hands. I telling all you. It have people who, I tell you as it is, I real stupid. You come by me, I will dead with my hand on your jugular vein. And again, rigor mortis with it too. So that ain't moving from there. Somebody had to go. Because at the end of the day, this thing getting out of hand, you can't every 5 minutes you have to call your children, where they? I don't want you there. And these blasted children, they don't even want to even listen. Because their backside carefree, they don't care. But when the tail get hold up and they get thrown in the back of a van and they have on a mask and they realize that death approaching them, then they go say, oh crap, I should have listened to mommy and papi boy. People don't know, you know. People don't know because only when it happens to you and they take you and lock you in a house or they rape your wife or they rape your children, then you would understand. But like I said before, many children these days, they head too hard. Let's go again. Right? I ain't finished with Jacob as yet. Back to Jacob. Right. The project will see 600 officers trained from 12 police stations to high-risk communities. The blueprint of this program will be used to deal with gang and gang activity in other communities. Jacob said, this is the soft approach to policing, but I say it is also the ideal approach because it is not soft at all. What he just said, eh, boy? Jacob said, this is a soft approach to policing, but I say it is also ideal because it is not soft at all. This man just say cheese is cheese because it's cheese. Let me tell you something, Jacob. All you have never been policing hard before because the criminals and all the people who set fire to Port of Spain and they beat them, all they touch them. So don't tell me that was no soft policing. That was soft policing. And the police had touched them for 2 reasons. 1, they afraid them bandits, and 2, because it is the same ethnicity. And I dare the police service to challenge me on that. Because let me tell you something. If it was a certain race of people doing that, Rohan Sinanan would have been down there with a bill book in his hand. It cost so and so much. Because we saw it. And it is fact. And I will repeat it again. It is fact. Because we saw it in Barrackpore. So what I'm saying here is not something new. It's not something I made up in my mind. It is something that is documented in fact, that these fellas could do what the hell they want. Light up the road, kill, murder, and don't get touched because the police afraid them. Tell me if I lie now. Let me just welcome Bill Telas, and of course for home construction, $540 per square foot foundation to finish. You can get electrical, cesspit, plumbing, soak away, security doors, aluminum windows, tiling, everything from that price. Remember to check out Bill Telas from foundation to finish. Give them a call to 299-4079. All right, so let's go again. Right. Traditional and hard policing could only go so far. Yes, we noticed that, Jacob. We noticed that because you all have done absolutely nothing. Absolute failures, abject failures. And by the way, all them police vehicles and them the PCE that going by Rum Shop and Lyman, all they stop tracking them vehicles and them, or they stop using GPS in those vehicles and them, because plenty of those vehicles now, you have to find them. Oh, by the way, wait, let me bring up something too as well. There are many places in Trinidad and Tobago, in Central and otherwise, where young Venezuelan women are going and are being drugged and are being raped. And you ain't hearing nothing about that. Because you know why? Many of them are illegal in the country. Some of them will work in bars, and the clothes that they will wear on will give you the impression that these girls are prostitutes. But in essence, they are desperate to feed their families. So therefore they will go, put on their little pom-pom shorts and their little bikini top and they go work somewhere and they will take that money back home to feed their children, their husband, their mothers, whatever. Now I am not encouraging that type of dotations because I've always said that for me, if you could spend money, $100 on a bottle of rum and then pee it out 5 minutes after and you're that dotage, I'm happy for you. But what I am shocked about is that there are bars in this country on a Sunday night, they are full. What happened to these men in these bars? They don't have families, they don't have wives, they don't have children to go home to. And not only that, gambling places all over the country. One recently opened in Chaguanas again, Sunday night, Monday night. And by the way, when you look, it is completely blocked around. Men going in there, taking their salary and blowing it. And you hear nothing about it again. And these are the fellas who will call you and tell you what? Boy, things bad, I catch him a tail. Like the fellow who come recently and he say, I catch him a tail. I say, the smoke? He say, yeah. I say, well, you ain't catching your tail. You just drink? Yeah. You ain't catching your tail. You ain't know what catch tail is about. And the women in these homes need to put down their foot now. All the husbands who just go by these bars and lime and come home all hours of the night and encouraging that dotations, all you have to put down all your foot. You all are still the mothers in the house. Stand up and make a difference, because what they're doing is that the father's training these young boys to do the same. And these young boys, you know, it have one or two characters who just sing chutney and all they could think about is rum. I tell you, one or two of them have so much alcohol in the system, you just put a wick on their head and light it, and them cremate it, you know. You ain't had to put no ghee and wood and thing, you know. That'll tell you how much alcohol in the system, you know. Let's go again, guys. A 34-year-old radio announcer has been granted $500,000 bail. Man get killed on motorbike, get $20,000 bail. Man, and I'm not saying that this is wrong, because this is heinous. The allegations here are very heinous. But the reality of it is that there should be some balance, right? Of charges of choking with intent to render unconscious and assault occasioning actually bodily harm and assault by beating against a female victim. A police press release said on Monday that as a condition of bail, the accused Randy Anim Mansour, hear that name now, man, Anim Mansour, a.k.a. DJ Smooth. And I hear this fella used to give advice about marriages and things. I ain't too sure about that. Never listen to that program, never will. Of Valencia, he must report to the district police station between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Oh, because if it was 9 p.m., he wouldn't have meted because they normally close at 8 p.m. Right? And 6 a.m., you can see the officer yawning and getting up and in, but you might be able to catch him. He's expected to appear before a Port of Spain magistrate to answer the charges on October 28th. The release said the victim reported to police on June 7th that she and a man were at a nightclub when they had an argument during which he bit her on the cheek. But where the hell, boy? They then went to Cipriani Boulevard where they had another argument and the man struck the victim in the face with a doubles. But what the hell, boy? Yeah? No, but what means that if that is the case, she gets slapped once or twice, because let me don't joke about these things because this is serious things, right? But you know me, I just joke for any dotishness, right? And the victim tried to retrieve her phone from the man who then began choking her. Well, these are all the allegations, and of course, this is a court case now, so we'll wait and see where this goes. All right, so let me just get ready now and wrap it down. Hey, anybody watching the cricket? Give me a little update as to what the scores is. Who playing tonight, by the way? Cricket man? Watch. Oh, hey, Dynamite? Yeah, Dynamite. That's scrubbed today, Dread. Yeah, no, I see that. And where the other one? Jamaican. Alibi. Where the other one, Alibi? Any substitution size? Yeah, but I'll change it eventually. No, you can't carry that back. Buddy. I know. Right, so here happening. We're going to take a break. Let me just thank Built to Last for sponsoring this segment. And of course, remember, for home construction, $540 per square foot, check out Built to Last. And of course, if you want all your alu-zinc sheets, your decking sheets at the best possible prices, give them a call at 299-4079. We'll be back right after this.
No more games. You always be at the table when you lose. Promise? 4110 Jigsaw. Watch it. Don't you dare. Ronix.
For the everyday lowest prices on all grocery items, trust Low Cost Supermarket for the widest variety of quality products at low prices. Freshly picked fruits and vegetables, healthy products for your well-being, high quality meat cuts, and a warm and friendly service. Low Cost Supermarket, Sun and Main Road, Cunupia.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we always have the widest variety, the best prices, spacious aisles of total convenience, plus clean, safe surroundings. Let us care for you. Extra Foods, always extra for less.
Mitsu Air Limited, authorized Mitsubishi air conditioning dealer. No need to replace your air conditioning units ever so often. Split units, cassette, ductable, CTVIF systems, and much more. Mitsubishi Electric has long been powering industries and providing solutions for healthy living. Mitsu Air Limited boasts the industry's first 10-year warranty on all parts and labor. Inverter units are also available. Don't hear it, just feel it. Mitsu Air Limited, 246 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Give us a call at 674-4000 or 675-4000 or email us at mitsu.limited@gmail.com.
Yeah, let me just leave this voice note for this person here. I agree with you 1,000% simply because they give a lot of kickbacks to members of government, and this is why they're getting a lot of contracts. And this is one of the companies that basically screwed us royal with thieving material and doing poor work all over. And recently they bought a set of equipment, so quite frankly, that's the norm. No, not them. Right. Welcome to Breaking Barriers. We're back. Let me just welcome RPM Express. And remember, tonight I am wrapping it up early so I could go and watch a little cricket. All right. And this segment brought you courtesy RPM Express Couriers, the #1 courier company in Trinidad and Tobago. The other day I called them and I asked them if they does import rear windshield for motorbikes. And the girl told me yes. Right. That is Keisha. Keisha, I know you'll kill me for mentioning this. Right, so I told her, I said, well, okay, I'll organize one. Right, of course, I had to tell her who I was. And then last week, with my boxes coming in, she asked me if that is the rear windscreen. I told her no. I said, that is the wiper blade for the windscreen. All right, so let me just thank the fantastic staff at RPM Express. Best service, right? Best prices. If you have not joined up now, do it. rpmexpresscouriers.com. Absolutely free. And you know what, I like to shop already, right? Let's go to the slides, guys. All right, check this out. With school reopening just 11 days away, scrap iron workers have been complaining that they have no money to buy school books for their children. Now, scrap iron men is the same men that allegedly sent $35 million in cocaine. It was in a scrap iron container. Not only that, some of these scrap iron men driving BMW Mercedes and have house all over the place, but they have nothing for their children. So the scrap iron men here, and by the way, many of them thieving people get manhole which they don't pay for. So a lot of the stuff that they don't pay for is profit. Where the money going? Anyway, Donna Cox, the social development minister, said the scrap iron workers can apply for grants under her ministry, right? So imagine that. But wait. Rowley had said that was Thursday past a few weeks ago. This is through the Guardian, of course. Rowley said some people did not care who they harmed while making a living by destroying infrastructure and marketing stolen metal materials. So this is Rowley talking about the scrap iron dealers and who involved in this. So Rowley is referring to these people as criminals. And yet it is his minister is willing to go and give funding to these same people. Olya, tell me if that makes sense now. How could that make sense? How could that even make a mustard seed of sense when you have on one hand the minister saying we go give all a grant, and on the other hand you have the highest member of government saying that these fellas involved in all kind of nefarious activities. So I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow, if the people who's dealing cocaine, because of what's going on right now with the economy, that the Cocaine Dealers Association of Trinidad and Tobago decide to tell the minister that here what's happening. Things slow down right now and they need a grant. And why stop right there? Let us continue. How about the men who thief cars, right? Or the members of BAT. All you know who is BAT, right? The Bandit Association of Trinidad and Tobago. They would want grants too as well. And how about, wait, don't forget, RAT. Because it have BAT as an association and you have RAT, the Rapist Association of Trinidad and Tobago, and don't forget PAT, the Prostitute Association of Trinidad and Tobago. So you have RAT, DAT, MAT, FAT, I don't know now. This is where this country going. Like I say, we sit down on our fat behinds and our fat derrieres, and we sit down and we accept this as the norm. We accept this as the norm. Anyway, this week I had a moment of sanity when I met a very brilliant man, Dr. Ramnarayan, who is there on Devon Road. Let me just hail him and his staff out from Ishtara. I hope I said that correct. So all the best to you, Doc, and your staff. And of course, you'll be seeing, me soon, where we can have a meeting to discuss a big plan coming up, a big plan. All right, I will not reveal what it is as yet. All right, but let me just put it this way. You're going to get something to drink, and it's liquid light. All right, so we leave that right there. Look, Abdullah calling me the scrap iron dealers man. Right, I'm taking a call. Right, Abdullah, I'm taking your call. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I want to call you to clarify this scope.
Yeah, but you need to, hold on, Abdullah, you need to turn down the volume on your television. This is Mr. Ferguson. He's the president of the Scrap Iron Dealers Association of Trinidad and Tobago. Right, so, right, go ahead.
I was to reach to you before this program here in reference to mention this cocaine thing last week. That is not true. No cocaine container leave Trinidad and Tobago and went to that. That is a piece that they take out from something what happened, they say happened in 2018. And if you take a good look at it, if you want me to send the proof page, that's why I did not no media and no news, no bona fide people in carry it. That is attempt to demonize our industry, to let people know that look at this cocaine leave from Trinidad to go to other place.
Okay.
And that is not true.
Okay. You're saying so. Let us leave that alone then. All the people who thiefing gate and thiefing manhole and thiefing the gate from Woodford Square, right? And going with people iron beam and all that, is that a fact?
No.
Abdullah, you are lying. Abdullah, you are lying. You are lying. Abdullah, you're lying through your teeth, Abdullah. You're lying. Listen to me. They are members of your... Hold on. Last time I remember I running this... If I turn it so nobody can hear you. Listen to me. Abdullah, hold on. Abdullah. Hey, boy. Who rubbing this train? You or Jesse? Hold on. Let me explain something to you. You cannot tell me that members of your association have never been involved with nefarious activities.
I will not say that. I will never say that. That is not the argument, The argument is that you was reading from an article, and I was just saying that article that you're reading from is not true. I'm not contesting you.
No, but this is what I'm saying. Okay, you are saying that now, right? It is
in this industry.
It is up to me now to investigate that, and I will do so to bring clarity. But what I'm saying is this: all of a sudden, the same men who making millions, who thieving people gate, thieving people iron beam, thieving people manhole cover, all of a sudden they don't have money to go and buy school books. Millions of dollars. Hold on.
Let me say this to you.
Millions.
Yes.
Abdullah. Wait. Abdullah, hold on. You have made millions of dollars. Why you don't help the scrap iron men? No, come. Let me hear.
No, give me a chance to answer.
Go ahead.
All right. What I would like you to do, you know I am a Muslim, and I could swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we feed people each and every single day in reference to people in this industry. And not everybody in this industry, don't paint them as thief. There are people who in this industry are being honest people. Just as you will have people in your car business that you know that there are a lot of people, there's been a lot of scam thing in the car industry also too. These are the same people buy the cars when they sell it and then go and keep it. They buy it over to sell it back because they know what it is. See, we know that Trinidad and Tobago is a lawless country. We have a lot of people they steal and thief and do all kinds of things.
Hold on, Abdullah, we're talking about your industry. I never asked this to be juxtaposed with anything else. I am talking about your industry.
Everybody in the industry thief. And I am just telling you, have people just be honest, working and make an honest dollar, just as they have any other industry that is not perfect, that have everybody. I will never say that this industry don't have people just steal and do anything. I will never do that. I think you know me. I will never say that.
Well, watch me. I notice, and hold on, I notice a lot of what you're saying, your wife hinting in the background.
You know, I don't know why.
No, Abdullah.
What I'm saying, Ishmael, is that you know how that you every Wednesday you talk about this country, about the people we have here.
Yeah, but listen to me. But Abdullah, always a bunch of jokers. All you don't know how to protest. Because let me tell you something. All you blocking highway and affecting the people who supporting all you. Why the hell all you don't go by the people who have all you with the noose around all your neck?
But you know something, this battle ain't finished yet. So don't say things.
No, watch me. Abdullah, I want you to go back. Abdullah, in 2007, I wrote the book on how to protest. I even wrote what type of Bristol board to use, what brand of markers to use, what type of lettering to use when you're making your cardboard, when you're making your protest sign. All your fellas, all you're protesting in joke, all you're sending thing on the highway at 3 o'clock in the morning. Who the hell passing 3 o'clock in the morning? All you don't know how to protest, I will teach all you how to protest.
So wait, who tell you I have anything to do with that?
I never said that. I did not allude to that fact. But the reality of it is that I'll tell you something. All your fellas need some training when they come to protest because I am the king of protests. Alai Muri? Yeah. Anyway, I need to take a break. We got talk.
I just wanted to if you want, I will send you what's up with it when they say it happen, and I will show you.
Send it to me. Because I don't like false information. If that is the case with that cocaine thing, if that is 2018, and if that, by the way, if it's 2018, it means it still happened. 2018 does not take away. If it happened in 2018, does not take away the fact that it happened. Right? So, like I tell you, I mean, this is how Abdullah and I just move. I have known him donkey years now. But the reality of it is that here happening. Seriously, them fellas and them need to learn how to protest. I have never seen a bunch of characters don't know how to protest. Fellas, anytime you're ready to meet with me, I will talk to all of you. But here happening. are talking to all incognito, are putting on a wig, a long beard, because it is a police in the meetings that I call. Last time when we had one voice, police was sitting down with us, listening to everything. That is how it is. That is how it is. Let me just welcome Rita to this segment. And remember, Rita have chia seed now, boy. All again, basil seed, which used to just slide down your throat. Now you have chia seed with all the benefits. Let's go again, guys. Yes. This happened today. Run the audio, run the audio.
Rugby that was one day. Coming out of Grand Couva. Watch him. Watch him. PDS 7490. PDS 7490. White 80 wagon.
Come back to me, guys. The allegation is that these fellas, they rob a doubles man. That is the allegation. And what happened is that the police were able to intercept the vehicle. And of course, we have some pictures. Watch it there. PDS 7490. And you're sure, almost sure, that that number plate may not belong to that vehicle. May not. You can never tell. It may have some stupid bandits actually using legal number plates. They're that dotish. Right? So these are the fellas. And nobody is saying that anybody here is guilty. But these are the fellas who they caught in the vehicle. Right? Everybody here is innocent until pronounced guilty by the law. Right? So, right? But of course, the doubles man would be able to identify them. Right? And let me hope he has slapped nobody with no barra. Let me hope they slap them with charges instead. Right? Let's go again, guys. Imagine this. And this is a Guardian article by Shaliza. Coquille and Couva facilities closed. The $1 million swimming facilities in San Fernando and Couva have remained closed to the public for years, and the closure is being blamed on a delay in funding from the Ministry of Finance. In the meanwhile, $42,000 per month is being paid on security. Patos? $42,000 per month, which means that they are paying $1,400 a day for security. Those security guards getting $200 a shift. $200 a shift. Which is unbelievable. Which is ridiculous. So the reality of it is that $1,400 per day. I want to know who's so lucky, because if most of the security guards getting $200 or $250 or let's say $300, that is $600. That is $800 more going into somebody's pocket. $42,000 a month, Dread? I ain't in wrong business, Dread. Let's go again, guys. Right? In the meanwhile, here it goes. Blah, 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 blah. It used to be 58,000, by the way. Right? And let's leave that right now. Now, I'm going to show you two videos here now. And viewer discretion is advised. I repeat, viewer discretion is advised. Warning, some of you may find the content to be disturbing. Children, do not watch this because it shows bloody images. I know some of you these days, is a story by itself right now with what is going on. Take a look. This is Trinidad and Tobago. This is not a movie, This is reality. This is somebody's child, and this was saying, but Jacob going to partner with somebody whose organization has a history of not. Anyway, let me hold that right there. I will hold that right there. Watch this. Watch it now, man. This is Trinidad and Tobago under Jacob and under Hines. God bless them. They're doing well. We celebrated the other day 400 murders, boy. We should be having cake and all kind of thing, because normally if Brian Lara could reach 400 and something and have a stadium named after him, we need to name something after Jacob and Hines. So I say from tomorrow, let us dedicate the landfill in Beetham. Let us name it the Fitzgerald Hines Jacobs landfill. And if you can get a number plate for a few of them criminals would be floating in air one time to the Kobo, we go get them at one time. Yeah, let's go to that one, guys. Listen to this. Listen to this. Give me this full
In the
screen.
Forensic Science Center, there was a time, you will recall, when on a Monday morning, people line up by the Forensic Science Center, bodies piling up. You remember that? When last you heard that? Because we had 3, we hired another one, we have 3 pathologists. Recently, 1 retired, and we are in the process of getting another one.
And that's what I tell you now. This right? Bragging about we don't have no lineup again because we hire more people to look after the dead. All you believe is jokes, stupidness we just tolerate. Rather than he say that you notice that have no lineup there by the morgue again because of our crime plan, less people are dying. More people now to look after the dead in the morgue, in forensics. And he boasting about that. And you know, I said it before. Let me just thank Rita for sponsoring this segment as we move on. Right? You know what is interesting? What is interesting is that in this country, numbers don't make a difference anymore. 400 people whose mothers gave birth to them some years ago died. We have lost a whole constituency in this country because the amount of people died in the last 20 years with murders, we have lost an entire constituency. In fact, don't be surprised the PNM lost the next general election based on the fact that most of their supporters were murdered. Because a lot of the supporters come from areas that are strong PNM strongholds, and that is not something that, you know, we could hide or we could say that is not true. It is factual. So again, if people who vote for you are passing out, you might not win the election because of that. Anyway, let's go again, guys. You see this time, 11:56. Gates and licensing office closed. Man had 11 o'clock appointment, 11:30 appointment, and 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock he left there, you know. So what is the sense you're having? A 11 o'clock appointment, Patos. If when you go there, you are leaving 1 o'clock at licensing office, look all the gates and them shut. All you feel it easy? All you feel it easy? Madness, absolute madness. This is what I tell you, license office, I don't know when I got that. Nah, I had to zoom into that. Come back to me, right? There's the reality of it, you know. We continue to support the dotishness because and people permits expire and they give them extension. Yeah. But yet it is the dummy and them have a bus going all over the country. We have motor vehicle licensing offices all over, but the dummy and them put in place bus for you to go all over like a bunch of donkey. All you feel it was easy? Boy, I don't know now. Let me just welcome Rands to this segment. And remember, Rands is your brand for #1 products from countries that provide quality. You understand? It have a lot of companies that is import, but because their profits are so much and they want to dig out your eye, I will leave that right there. Like tonight I was going to talk about something with Sunshine Snacks. But man, I do something. And if I show that on air, it goes shock you to see how much money people making, you know. I ain't joking, you know. Moody, I will deal with that next week. I will deal with it. Right? So next week I will dedicate to Sunshine Snacks. Yeah, let's go with that.
What is going on today in the UK is no different than what is going on in the United States of America. Same bloody thing. And that is what you are seeing is people on the top, people who are phenomenally rich are becoming richer. You're seeing a middle class continue to shrink, and you're seeing millions and millions of people living in abject poverty. In the year 2022, we cannot allow that to happen, whether it's the UK or the United States. Working people all over this globe have got to stand together and tell the oligarchs they cannot have it all. It's not only inequality in wealth and income, it is a growing concentration of ownership Again, the corporate media doesn't talk about this terribly much. But in sector after sector in the United States, and I doubt that it is much different here, you have a handful of large multinational corporations controlling what is produced and how much it costs in one area after the other. And right now, there are 3 firms on Wall Street, BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, who have and control assets of $20 trillion. 3 companies, that is the GDP of the United States of America. And these 3 companies are major stockholders in 95% of the Standard & Poor's 500 corporation list. So what you are looking at globally is a small number of billionaires who have enormous power over the economic life of the people and the political life of the people. And our challenge is to bring people together, to stand up to the demagogues who want to divide us up by the color of our skin or where we were born or our sexual orientation or whatever. Bring working people together in the fight for justice and a world that belongs to all of us, not just the people on top.
Applies to not only the UK, not only to the US, but all over the world. The same thing takes place here. How do you think politicians fund their elections? I saw it, millions of dollars coming in bags from businessmen, and these are the same businessmen who will fund governments, and after they win, these are the same businessmen who will end up getting contracts. And some of these same businessmen used to hear the leaders before, I don't want them fellas next to me. I don't want to see them fellas in an election coming up. I don't want them around. And now those same con men, those same crooks, those same smart men, those same thieves are enjoying contracts in the hundreds of millions of dollars. But like I say, let them enjoy the money. There will come a time when they will suffer like dogs for the thieving that they do. And I pray they suffer like dogs there, because you see, when you thief money and you take it away from the poor, there is nothing good that could come out of that, you know. Absolutely nothing good. Let's go again, guys. I want you to listen to this, especially parents outside there. And you know, it's something that I am starting to restrict with my children now. This whole TikTok dotishness, I think it gone too far, because let me tell you something. I am registered on TikTok and I will put out a video now and then, right? And I wouldn't even bother to even stay on. The only reason is to get information out. And when I see the kind of dotishness that women doing, I wonder if women have respect for themselves, boy. Young girls in their underwears, and they're doing a set of dotishness. And these are children, and this is on TikTok, and you searching just normal thing, eh? And these children making, you know, idiots of themselves. And by the way, many of these children are Trinidadian now, and their parents don't even know what they're doing. So I want you to listen carefully to this video I'm about to play. And it is fact, because in China, they would not play. You see the crap that you see in Trinidad? You will not see that in China. And in fact, one of the persons that I speak to in China in regards to business, they tell me, they said, no, that is controlled. It is heavily controlled. You don't get to see all the things that we are seeing here. They feed you all the caca here. And across there, the Chinese will get things to build them, to motivate them, to develop them as young people. But we, young children with their backsides all over the place, getting on like animals and getting on like fools. Listen to this, parents.
Do you know which country made TikTok? China. Do you know that China controls the algorithm of what you see? Do you know this? If you're in America and you open up TikTok, if you're in Britain and you open up TikTok, there is a specific algorithm to reach you that is not in China. If you're in China and you open up TikTok, what the Chinese government wants you to receive as youth, as people using TikTok, are people who are doing good things, achievements, youth making social enterprise, youth becoming successful in math competitions, youth becoming masters of karate, youth doing something with their life, and you are rewarded. That algorithm is that the Chinese government makes you see positive things for social development. Did you know here and in the United States, China, send you a different algorithm? Do you know what they send you? All the nonsense that you see. They want you to see girls dancing, boys and girls dancing with each other, pranks upon your parents, pranks upon people. How many pranks do you see? Yeah, I'm not saying it's not funny. Some of them are downright hilarious. But if you want to destroy a nation, destroy a generation, you make them in their mind be rewarded with the dopamine for thinking stupid things are good, thinking that this is what you're supposed to grow up doing. A large proportion of people grow up thinking that this is what life is about. But in China, they don't let their children think that. Next time you open up TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and you see this, understand that you are being played.
And that is fact. And that is fact. Because in China, right, and like I tell you, some of the things in North Korea, where you cannot have a certain hairstyle, King Jong-un, or whatever the hell you call him, you can't have his hairstyle, that there are 16 different hairstyles for women, and you must conform to a certain hairstyle. Asim, I now sent you a slide. You know, it's shocking. I thought I tell everybody I finish in this program 9 o'clock. It is 18 past 9, so here what happening. I still finishing the program, but in 2 minutes time. All right, and just a reminder, we are doing some construction at Baraka Grounds, where one of our mezzanine. We have never had an office at Baraka Grounds, never. We used to operate out of a hammock. For the last 6 years, I operated out of a hammock. So we are building an office now at Baraka Grounds, and one of our mezzanine, we have occupied it to build that office. So there's still dining on the opposite mezzanine. So you still have a mezzanine to go with your family, and under the mezzanine to relax. All right? Take a look at this. Christian teacher thrown in jail after refusing to use trans students' preferred pronouns. Now listen to this carefully. An Irish teacher, in his words, been placed behind bars because he would not call a boy a girl. Enoch Burke, who teaches history, politics, and German at Wilson's Hospital School, was arrested Monday after he violated a court order prohibiting him from teaching classes or even being present on the school's campus. Right? He is now in Montjoy prison. Imagine, this is to tell you how dotish come back to me this whole world is. Imagine you calling out, are you seeing a big boy there with boy parts, with boy everything, and you have to refer to that person as a girl or vice versa. This is what I tell you. This world is a joke dotish, you know. All you come by my place, Brilliant, now, and tell me that is what you want now, is one bull pistol in all your tail. This is me. My religion stands firm against that, and I make no apologies. Don't come by me with that dotishness. Right? You cannot take a Toyota engine and put it in a Nissan and call it a Toyota. It don't work so. Right? So anyway, this is why I have to wrap it up. God bless all you. Enjoy the rest of the week. Be safe. And I'll catch you down at Brilliant this weekend. We have steaks back in stock. We have lamb in rosemary sauce back in stock. And we have shrimp and garlic sauce back in stock. So I will see you Friday and Saturday and Sunday at Brilliant. And of course, down at Baraka Grounds. God bless you. Take care. And I'll catch you next week for Breaking Barriers. Assalamu alaikum and good evening.